Okay, this is kind of embarrassing. I have this policy of giving you all the raw footage of everything that happens to me in game. But there's a section missing now, and the reason the section is missing is because it was only a few minutes long before the game crashed again. Welcome to Oblivion. Although I will mention I am playing a very heavily modded Oblivion. And so it's not completely Bethesda's fault that this game crashes. I got an Anvil this time. That's good. And so this is a game you can add modifications to. You can add new characters to it, new quests, new armors, new weapons, new cities, new spells. People have actually made it into completely other games, in fact. When you do too much of that, you know, one mod could conflict with another mod, for instance. Might cause something to crash. This door we just went through caused the last crash, and the only thing I talked about in between there was the fact that the previous one had crashed, so I didn't feel like it was worth keeping that. And then I was going into my theory that I know you're very, very interested in. My theory about questing in games. So the people that give you quests in games often give them to you in bars. And in these medieval style games, they're often called taverns. I'm not saying they're not called taverns in the real world. They are called taverns in the real world. But in these games, my point is the people giving you these tasks to do are often sitting on their dead butts, drinking the day away. I think there's a reason for this. I don't think you are the one. It's not because you're not special like mommy told you or something like that. It's because there is no the one. It's something they made up. And they made it up precisely for the reason you see right in front of you. They made it up to get out of their chores. Think about it. They're giving you chores. Please go fetch my hat from a blood-stained cavern. Bandits took it from me. Please go get 10 Nern roots. Go fetch me this. Go talk to so-and-so. Maybe she knows more about this. These are lazy people. People that would rather drink than do their own errands. But they know something about human nature. They know if they just walk up to the first stranger that comes into town and says, and say, hey, do this job for me, the stranger will say, hey, screw you. They'll say it nicely, of course. My sneak skill has increased because I'm sneaking around while I'm talking to you before we try going into somebody's house or some business and it all crashes again. Because I want to get this on the record, so what we're doing is we're pacing back and forth through the town of Anvil. We're not going to do this very long, probably not more than 3 hours. Anyway, so instead of just ordering you to do something that you would never want to do in real life, because remember, a lot of these tasks, they're either really dull or really exciting, and they're really exciting because people want to kill you. So like that hat somebody wants you to go fetch, it's in a bandit's lair. You know, there's 50 bandits in there waiting to kill you if you go in there. They never tell you that part, by the way, when they want you to do the task. That's another thing, by the way.
Head on.
Why is somebody else's hat
Anyone looking for work should consider
worth the lives of all those bandits? Let's say you can kill the bandits to get the hat, because they're not just going to give up the hat. They already stole the hat, so they're not just going to hand it to you if you go in there. They're not going to say, oh, you got into our lair, here's your reward.
This is an odd one. I've heard some strange noises coming.
They're going to try and kill you, so you're going to have to kill them. I've been on quests sometimes where somebody's dirty little rusty dagger is missing. He calls it a family heirloom. And by telling me I am the one, I'm the special one. So in Skyrim, I'm the Dragonborn. In Oblivion, the Emperor, as you heard, when he first came to me in my cell, the Emperor says, you are the one. I've seen you in my dreams and all that. What they do is, they pump your ego. They make you feel special. You're the one. You're the one the Elder Scrolls were written about thousands of years ago. And now you've shown up. You're that special guy. So they pump up your ego. They tell you how special you are. And you fall for it hook, line, and sinker. And so you do all their errands. And what do? They sit in the bars and laugh at you while you're gone, while you're risking your life for them. You kill 35 bandits to get that rusty, old dagger back to some guy who gave you the quest. Because you never turn down quests. So you get that rusty stinking dagger back to him. And sometimes they thank you. That's it. You put your hand out. Hey, I traveled 500 miles. Went into a dark cave. Fought 35 bandits who were trying to kill me to get your stinking dagger back. You're just going to say thank you? Sometimes they don't say thank you. Sometimes they give you a reward, and the reward is usually something like 2 gold septims. 2 coins. The cheapest things in the game usually cost more than 2 gold septims. So you've just risked your life, put the important quests on hold. Saving Tamriel, saving Skyrim, saving wherever. You put all of it on hold to carry out their meaningless, stupid little task, and they give you nothing or very little for all your effort. It's all a game to them. I'm telling you right now, it's a conspiracy. The Elder Scrolls Oblivion is a game. Before you came to town, they were sitting around saying, I bet I can get the next stranger who comes to town to go into a thief's den and get me a rusty dagger. And the next guy says, I bet I can get him to go into a bloody dungeon with 35 bandits to get a rusty dagger. And the first guy says, you're on. They shake on it. They continue to drink mead. That's what it is. This is all a game to them. Now, it's not a game to you. Your life is on the line. Now, we're in Anvil. Let's go see about joining the Mages Guild. Justice and power must be brought together so that whatever... Well, okay, we'll never know what that said.
Oh. What?
Now, what we do first is...
I'm listening.
This stupid thing...
What a great story. That's great. How's it go again?
Where we hit these
Don't
4
waste your-
things...
Oh, please.
to get them to like us.
Oh, not
So we
now,
try and
really.
hit
What a great story.
the 2 sections they don't like first,
That's just...
or when
What a
these
great
numbers are the
story.
lowest, and these
Don't
other
try to manipulate
sections
me.
later
That's just...
when
that's
you can get the most
remarkable.
points out of them. This is how their disposition
can't
towards
scare-
you rises.
Don't... Really? Interesting.
And this is how your personality rises so you can manipulate
Look,
people into
what a
things.
great story.
But no matter how high it goes, they're
What?
still going to manipulate
I like
you
that
into
a
their
lot.
doing their stupid chores.
You're wait... That's great.
And because
How's it
you're an
going?
adventurer, you're going to do their stupid chores.
That's not bad.
Gang.
An all-female gang of thieves has been recently plaguing Anvil with a very unique method of robbing. They pick on only the men. If you want to help us do something about it, go talk to Gogan and Malona. Let's just say Gogan is intimately involved and leave it at that.
Now see, I'm a stranger. Why would I want to do something about it? Did you notice all the soldiers around here? There's a city guard. There's all of that. They have soldiers. They're armed, or possibly trained. We haven't been trained in anything. You know, the Emperor didn't train us. He just led us around in dank sewers and dungeons and all of that until he got himself killed. Then his bodyguard, which was obviously no good or he wouldn't be dead, they send us, you know, on a task, a quest. But they don't train us either. And they don't come along with us. They don't say, hey, this is dangerous. Look, the Emperor already got killed over it. Let's send a 10 or 12 of the Blade's guards with you to keep you safe. They don't do that. They don't send any bodyguards with me. And on top of that, they don't train me in any combat skills, and they don't give me any armor. Even though some of the Blades themselves die along the way, and so their armor is now on dead bodies. So it could be used by me, but the Blades don't offer it to me. But then again, these strangers are asking me to do what their own city guard is not doing. Can you tell me about any rumors?
Some say that Traven is misusing the power of the Archmage's position to further his personal agendas.
What can you tell me about Vaelwyn Benaris, if that's even his real name? It sounds made up.
That layabout? You can find him wasting time at the Count's Arms.
I'm saying you're all layabouts. You made up, you're the special one, so that I would do all your chores and errands, and you know it. Why don't you admit it?
Take care.
Okay, she wasn't the one we were trying. Oh. See, this is from a mod. And it's missing a mesh. So there's something missing in the mod. And of course, we don't say dirty words here in your favorite channel on YouTube. So the WTF would be for, let's see. Where's the file? That's what it is.
Hello, guildmate.
You hear about Gogan? A gang of thieves is running a
They're interrupting me in my own game.
What an idiot.
Where's the file?
Go on.
I'm a missing
They
mesh.
say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
What is it, associate?
The Emperor and his 3
Oh,
sons
run
dead,
fast,
right
I
under
can
the
run
noses.
fast.
I guess I could just sit here and listen to all these rumors that they didn't tell me when I asked for
Have you
rumors.
heard any word about
He's
the
a
other
great shape,
officers?
that's for sure.
Nothing I
Maybe
can
you
talk
can teach
about.
me something about his training.
Peace, my dear.
Good day.
Goodbye.
Greetings, Guildmate.
Okay, now
It's strange.
I kind of wanted to meet somebody else.
Comes to you in your sleep.
And you notice they're telling the same rumors again and again?
No idea. Without question.
I don't see the person I'm looking for, though. And if I try and get through a door, it'll either be locked or it could crash the whole game. And see, I can't pick up these books because, see, the red means they would be stolen.
It is a privilege.
Of course it is for you.
Go on.
Go on. Oh, I could have this guy join me if I wanted. But his nose is kind of big.
Take your time.
Now, his disposition is maxed with me because he wants to come along with me. But I don't want him yet. He's not the kind of companion I want. Now, the person that was supposed to be behind this desk so I could join the Mages Guild isn't there. So let's go next door to the Fighters Guild and see if we can join that one without crashing. Do not trouble yourself much to... Okay. Azan!
Have you heard any word about the other provinces?
Nothing I'd like to talk about. What can I do for you? Looking for some work? If so, the Fighters Guild can always use able-bodied new members.
You sound like you're reading that. Well, let's start out with, let me see.
Take your time.
Oh, your disposition is already maxed towards me. That's good to know, being as we're strangers and all. What can you tell me about Anvil?
Our Fighters Guild chapter here is big, primarily because we're a training center, which earns us each a good living.
Okay, that wasn't about Anvil at all. That was about this building we're in, this Fighters Guild. So, thank you for nothing. So what can you tell me about the Fighters Guild? Maybe he'll tell me about Anvil since I asked about the Fighters Guild this time.
I love being in the guild. There's money to be made. If you'd like to join up, let me know.
What the heck? I'd like to join the Fighters Guild.
The Fighters Guild is always looking for new members.
I thought so.
If you've got a clean record and don't have a bounty, we may be able to use you. Are you interested in joining?
Well, see, that's the thing. I just came from prison. I'm not even sure why I was in there. So I guess I really don't have a clean record. But I'm going to lie about it and say yes. Sign me up.
Fine. You are now an associate in the Fighters Guild. For contracts, speak either with me or with Burzgro Kosh in Cheydinhall. Good luck to you.
You notice he didn't even look to see whether I have a clean record. He said I had to have a clean record to join the Fighters Guild, and then he just took my word for it. I could have the dirtiest record there is. He wouldn't know. Tell me about contracts.
A contract for you?
Yeah, me.
I think I've got something that suits your experience.
Great.
Arvina Phyllis has some problem with rats in her house.
More rats. All I see in this game are rats and goblins and that really weird deer that's always on fire. Rats?
Yes, rats. I'm sure she can explain it to you better than I. She lives here in Anvil. Go and talk to her. Good luck.
What can you tell me about advancement?
You will advance through the ranks of the Fighters Guild when you have proven your merit.
Ah, rats.
As you complete contracts and fulfill your duties, you'll be promoted to the next station, accepting the associated duties and responsibilities. Be aware, though, that your rank can be stripped for failure to uphold the tenets of the guild or at the sole discretion of the guild master.
Good to know. I'll see what he trains
You
in.
want to get better.
Oh, he trains in blunt, and since we're cowards, remember, I'll show you. We're cowards, and so we don't get in people's faces and use a shield and all that, so we don't need blunt as much.
Go take care of the rats, then talk to them.
I'll show you what I mean. So remember, here are the maps under F4. These are the quests that we have and the ones we've completed. These are our current quests, uncompleted. That's the big map, as in outside, showing where the cities and inns and things like that are. And this would be the inside one. So when you're inside, it'll just be whatever building or cave you're in. Now, this, when you hit this, it'll tell you what your race is, which is Dark Elf or Dunmer. I am Dumber, but in this case, I'm also Dunmer. And that's what I looked like, by the way. People wanted to see my adoring, beautiful face. There it is. And as you see, it says I'm a Dark Elf. I was born under the birth sign of the Mage, and I am in the Coward class. Now, my class never goes up. The Coward class, as we remember from our first episode, is a person who stands back and lobs magic at people. They don't get up in your face with a little dagger and, fight that way. They don't fight with a sword and a shield, except when they absolutely have to. They stay back, they lob arrows, they lob magic, and things like that. This shows our level of health, magicka, and fatigue. Notice here, this shows the factions I'm a member of. So we just joined the Fighters Guild, so it says Fighters Guild Associate. If I were to do Fighters Guild quests, my rank would go up in the Fighters Guild. This tells me things like how many people I've killed, if I've got any bounties for crimes. Notice it says I've spent 0 days in jail, which is weird because this all started with me in jail. But I have told 8 jokes. So that's good news, I guess. This shows me my major skills, my minor skills. Like I'm just about to level up in Speechcraft. You use Speechcraft to persuade listeners to like and trust you. Look, if I can't get people to subscribe to my YouTube channel, what makes you think I'm going to get people to like and trust me? Anyway, and then as you level up in these things, you gain levels in the game too. So you have levels like level 1, 2, 3, 4 and all that. But you also have levels in all of these skills. And as you gain levels in the skills, then you level in the game itself in all of those. I hope you got all of that. I'm not sure I did because my intelligence is only 40. But my luck is 55, so good luck with that. This is the stuff that's in my hand, my inventory, and all of that. My weapons, which I could really sell a lot of them because, again, I'm in the Coward class. My clothing, armor, stuff like that. Usually you choose light armor or heavy armor in this game. I usually choose light armor because it makes it obviously weighs less and makes less noise when you move around in it. I'm looking to see if I have any repair hammers. I don't have any repair hammers, or I would repair my armor, because you'll notice my rough leather boots are only at 53% now. So they've lost 47% of their effectiveness. My rough leather cuirass is only at 22%. I've lost 88% of its effectiveness. So I could put on another cuirass if I had it. But see, if I go to the rusty iron cuirass, which I have 100% strength in that, then when I get hit or anything like that, now I'm gaining skill in heavy armor rather than light armor. And like I said, I like to specialize. That's why I specialize in light armor. These are the potions and all of that I can make and have made. These are the books I picked up. This one just taught me some mysticism. It's Galerion the Mystic by Asgrim Kalsgreg. Very popular book. And things like bones and miscellaneous stuff I have here, along with lock picks, and if I have any keys, they usually show up here, and torches, which I can use in caves and stuff. And these are my actual spells. This one I have because I'm a Dunmer. I can summon an Ancestor Guardian for 60 seconds. He will guard me. And of course I use Flare, not Ric Flair or Charlotte Flair. This is fire from my hands. And I can heal minor wounds as well. That's what I got there. Isn't this exciting stuff? Aren't you so glad you know this? Now we're going back to the Mages Guild to see the person that's supposed to be here isn't here. And
I'm listening. Please.
She's
go
the
ahead.
one I'm supposed to join
How are you today?
the Fighters Guild with. But it still says, where's the files? I'm a missing mesh. Which I guess they think is funny. Are you the chick that's...
Hey.
No, you're not the chick. You're a guy.
Well met.
You're not the chick either.
Greetings.
Oh, you're
what
the...
exactly do you require of me?
She is the chick. Your words are going by way too fast for me to
Go ahead.
catch them.
I doubt it. Not funny. Really not. You've got a point.
Yeah, I've got a point.
I doubt.
I've always got a
Get
point.
away. What a wonderful compliment.
Yeah, I know.
You... Goodness. What can I
Ugh,
say?
goodness.
I can't. Goodness. What can I say? So, get away, please. I'm embarrassed. But thank you.
Of course you're embarrassed.
I can't. Goodness. What can I say?
Now, I could still bribe her higher to get a higher disposition, but I don't need that, so... What can you tell me about Anvil? And this time, make it about Anvil and not about your stupid guild like the guy over at the Fighters Guild did.
The Anvil Mages Guild
Oy
is
vey.
proud to follow the example Hannibal Traven sets for us. Mastery and scholarship, free of the dark arts.
You know I'm a dark elf, right? So any art I do would be the dark arts. So it's kind of racist for you to say, free of the dark arts. You humans are all alike. Tell me about any rumors.
The Mages Guild runs more or less like it always did, but we lost quite a few members when the practice of necromancy was banned.
You're really stuck on this Mages Guild stuff. I mean, you've got like a one-track mind. You're obsessed. You might want to get out a little, you know, take a walk, see the birds. Are there birds in Oblivion? You know what? You got me obsessed too. I'd like to join the Mages Guild.
As long as you're not a wanted criminal,
Oh,
there's a place
rats.
for you in the guild. Are you interested?
You know, I can't honestly say I'm not a wanted criminal. I'm not sure. See, I broke out of jail at the beginning of the tutorial, and the best I could say is everybody seems to be ignoring that. Does that mean I'm not a wanted criminal? That's really up in the air at this point. Yes, I want to join the guild. That's why I came looking for you.
All right, then. You're now an associate of the Mages Guild. Congratulations! You'll need to receive a recommendation from each local guild hall in Cyrodiil to advance in the guild and be given any sort of responsibility. They can be done in any order, but they must all be sent in to the council before you can enter the Arcane University.
Wow. I feel so good about the Mages Guild now, seeing that thorough background check you did about, on me. What else can you tell me about the Mages Guild, since it seems to be the only thing you could talk about?
Archmage Traven was right to ban necromancy and place restrictions on the addition of new members to the guild. He's served us well.
What can you tell me about the Arcane University? Is it the gateway to perversity?
Archmage Traven has closed the doors of the university to all who are not qualified to enter. A wise decision, in my opinion. It's in the Imperial City. Perhaps someday you may be able to visit him there. He's done wonderful things with this guild.
Okay, I'm ready for my recommendation.
Unlike some frivolous tasks you may be given at other guild halls, this is a serious matter and has consequences. Are you prepared?
You know what? I am as prepared for this task as I am not a wanted criminal.
Then allow me to explain the task. The Council of Mages has entrusted me with resolving a situation along the Gold Road. Several traveling merchants have been found dead along the Gold Road recently, with even more missing. The Council has asked that I put a stop to it. You are going to help me do so.
Yeah, it sounds like you're not going to do anything about it but hand your errand off to me. Like everybody in this game does. You were given a responsibility, and so you give it to me instead. You make me your lackey. I mean, what a delightful idea, ma'am. May I ask, why am I blessed with such a responsibility?
As you are new to the guild, you are less likely to be recognized as a member. This may give you an advantage in getting to the root of the problem.
Isn't that dangerous?
Indeed, it may well be. I see no reason to shelter you from situations the guild deals with on a daily basis. This is the important work, the work that matters. I have no time for guild recruits that are useless in the field. This will be an excellent way for you to prove yourself.
I don't know why you're getting all snotty with me, okay? I'm the one willing to do the work. You're the one passing off your work to the first random Dunmer that comes by. You didn't even check my references. So, you know, maybe get off your high horse.
We believe the killings are the actions of a rogue mage. Battle mages have been sent to the Brina Cross Inn, the only common link between the victims. You are to travel north to the Brina Cross Inn and speak with Ariel Gerard. She will give you further instructions.
What about these merchants?
It's a sad thing to think that a mage would kill helpless merchants for the wares they carry.
What about this rogue mage of Brina Cross?
Some mages do not abide by the principles of the guild.
Oh!
Operate outside its boundaries.
You mean like they check references?
Many hold little value for the lives of others.
Like you, maybe.
Burns found on the victims in this case indicate a mage was responsible for their deaths. Likely nothing more than simple robbery. These scrolls should provide sufficient resistance to frost magic when and if you do encounter this rogue mage. Use them wisely.
Are they Elder Scrolls, by any chance? Because I've heard of Elder Scrolls. Mainly when I was playing Morrowind.
The inn lies north of Anvil.
Why are you whispering?
Speak with Ariel Gerard when you arrive. She will give you further instructions. Do not let your guard down. We do not know whether the inn staff is involved somehow.
So when you said that we were going to be handling this task together, you meant you were going to be sitting on your dead butt here while I go and risk my life, even though I'm not really a mage. You don't know anything about my skills, whether I have any, whether I'll survive this. You don't seem to even care about my life. Is that pretty much it?
The scrolls I have given you should protect you from the magic the mage seems to use most frequently. But do not let your guard down. He may have more tricks up his sleeve.
Ah, he's a magician mage. That makes sense. Thank you for being so kind. I'm I'm just not allowed to say what kind.
Farewell.
Hello, guildmate.
Hello.
What's new with you?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods from the land of the
Oh,
Ultimate.
that's right. I need to see when you see that little arrow down there in the brown, it means you need to
Good day.
go to sleep so that you can level up your level. Door opened with Mage's Guild key. Oh, another one of those. Ah, bed. But that one's an owned bed. So that's why it's red. I can't sleep in it. By the way, I might as well take a copy of Tamarelic Artifacts and the Madness of Pelagius and a manual of spellcraft. My restoration skill has increased. Now see, the second and third manuals of spellcraft don't increase anything for me. But I can summon a headless zombie with that scroll I just got. And there's another manual of spellcraft. And that's the Wolf Queen Volume 8. I'm taking these things so I can sell them, because I don't think this chick's being very nice to me. So here we go. I will lie down and I will level up by sleeping. Now see, my agility can go up 5 points if I click on that, so I'm going to click on that. I'm always looking to have a better personality. It's never worked so far, but I will try. Now do I want willpower? Yeah, that's how fast I regenerate magicka, so I'll go with willpower. Then I'll read what it says when I ascend to level 2. You realize that all your life you have been coasting along, as if you were in a dream. Suddenly, facing the trials of the last few days, you have come alive. Well, see that? I've come alive. Now see, that little arrow at the bottom is gone. And I can get on with my life. On to getting killed for these mages that don't care one bit about me.
What is it, associate?
Well, at least he knows I'm an associate.
What is it, associate?
I'm looking for the door, okay, you moron? Actually, I need to go north. So this is probably the north gate.
How do you do?
How do I do what?
What is it?
What is what? Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Ah. Now, all I gotta do is go to that Brain Across Inn and try not to get killed. Probably in that order. Remember, this game came out in 2006, so one of the reasons I have mods is to make it look better than it looks in 2025. But it is kind of amazing how well it holds up. Even without mods to make it look better, for instance, it's still pretty good. And I think I've got, I want to say 6,000 or 7,000 hours into it. So I have played this a lot. Does that mean I'm any good at it? I don't know. I enjoy it a lot, obviously. These Bethesda games. Bethesda's the company that put out the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout series. And a few other games like the Doom that came out in 2016 and things like that. I'm a big fan of theirs. They, in their history, Not so much nowadays, but in their history, they were known for putting out...
Pay up, or else.
I was talking to these people. Don't interrupt me. No, take it from me if you think you can.
Play it that way if you like.
Good. See, this is how a coward fights. He throws fire at the person while the person is coming at him with an axe. So then what you do is you stay out of the way of the axe. So Bethesda has put out games with a lot of characters in them, a lot of quests, a lot of what I would call depth. Up until very recently, at least. We could argue, debate about how good their games have been recently, but in the past, their games such as Morrowind, Oblivion, which is what we're playing here, Skyrim, Fallout 3, have been very in-depth games. You explore, you carry out quests, and there's a lot of side quests, and there's some main quest, which is a big arching story with all sorts of things to do. This is the end they were talking about. And they were moddables too, so you could, like I said, add characters to the game, make the characters in the game look differently.
Okay. You? Not bad.
Have you heard any word about the other provinces?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods in the land of the Ultima.
This is the chick I'm supposed to talk to, but she's talking to other people. And there's a topless cat next to her.
You creatures are all the same.
Hello, stranger. What can I do for you? Cariella sent you, has she not? Go and speak with Christoph. Rent a room for the night. Once you have your room, I will meet you there. If anyone asks, you are a traveling merchant, nothing more. Do not say otherwise to anyone. No, friend. I'm afraid I don't know the way to Shaden Hall. But good luck in your travels. Please excuse me.
Well, now I have to wonder why Christoph doesn't have an R on the end of his name to make him Christopher, which would make more sense. Or why that lady thinks I asked for the way to Shaden Hall.
What is it now?
When I have a perfectly good map on me. Maybe she's on drugs. And if so, why didn't she give me any? And I don't see this Christoph guy either. That just makes it a little more interesting. This guy's named Jinx. And that's Cami Dalla or something like that.
Hello there.
And there's that chick I just talked to. So where is Christoph? Is he in bed? Yeah, he's in bed. Dude, get up and put an R on the end of your name.
Welcome to the Bring Across Inn. Can I interest you in something to eat, or perhaps a bed for the night? I'm listening. I doubt. No.
See, you do
Don't
this
try.
with everybody
No
you
more.
meet.
You're frightening me. That good one.
If you want them to
Don't,
treat you well.
please. I'm sorry. I doubt it. Good one. What nonsense.
Okay, so it's north and west
I accept.
that are the
I have
bad
no choice.
ones this time.
What? No more.
So you want to get through
Aye.
them as
Sure,
early as
that's
possible.
What? What? Good one. No.
I don't know the level
That's
of
pretty good.
expertise of anybody watching
No,
this, so it
no
could
more.
be that
Good
everybody
one.
watching it has played it thousands of hours more than I have, or it could be that you don't know anything about it. That's why I'm over-splaining things, mansplaining. But I'm not a man in this, I'm a Dunmer, so dunsplaining. I bet you wish I was dunsplaining. Can you tell me about any rumors?
Everyone's talking about the assassination, of course. Here, take my copy of the new Black Horse Courier. Oh, go ahead, keep it.
Can you tell me about any other rumors? Like maybe where your hair might be?
I might swim more if it weren't for the slaughterfish. Sharp teeth, and some carry disease.
Do you know where I could get a bed around here?
Let me guess. Traveling on business? You don't look like you're out for a stroll.
I'm a merchant.
Ah, yes, thought so. We get many of them traveling through here. Well, we used to. Haven't seen as many lately. What with the, well, you know, the murders. I don't like to talk about it much, as it's bad for business. At any rate, would you care for a bed for the night?
To be clear, Christopher without an R on the end of your name, you're the one who brought up the murderers. The murders. I didn't. You brought it up and then said you don't like to talk about it. So don't complain to me that the topic of murder came up. You brought it up. You and your little bald head. I mean, about the bed. I'll take it.
Right then. The bed is just upstairs at the back of the inn. Sleep well.
I shall do that. Thank you so much, and I hope you find a decent toupee someday.
You too.
I don't need one,
Pardon me,
jerk.
did I hear you say that you're a traveling merchant?
Yes, that's right. It's right.
Don't you worry, what with the recent killings and all? I'd be ever so scared if it were me. I haven't left the inn in days, just in case. Well, you take care of yourself. I'd hate to hear about another senseless death. Good luck to you.
Oh.
How goes it?
Okay.
I think it's up to each of us
Not
to decide whether a death is senseless or not.
Those who live by the commands of the Nine receive blessings of strength when they visit way shrines of Tigris.
Well, apparently these walls are paper thin. I'm not going to get a good night's sleep here. What is he doing here? Yeah, get out of my room. The innkeeper comes up into my room? I mean, rude. I could have had a chick up here. I do have a chick up here. All right. Hey, babe, let's party.
All right, it should be safe to speak here. Once you've rested here, you need to continue along the Gold Road, heading east towards Kavach. I shall be following out of sight, along with a fellow battle mage.
Out of sight?
Make no attempts to speak to us. Trust that we will
Let me
protect
get that
you.
out of your nose.
Should you be confronted by this cowardly mage, do not hesitate to protect yourself by whatever means possible.
I thought you were following to protect
Once the
me.
mage has revealed himself, we will step in and settle a matter quickly. Now get yourself some sleep. You'll need to be well rested.
I was, I had a chick in my room. I kind of had my hopes. I mean, I thought we could play some pinochle or something. Do they play pinochle in Oblivion? Maybe they don't. Okay, it's 3:32 a.m. Let's sleep for 3 hours. Only the dead have seen. Okay, I don't know what the dead have seen because this game runs a lot faster on my computer than computers in 2006, so I don't know what it said. But, of course, words have popped up in my face again. Very unrealistic. That's never happened to me in real life. But anyway, let's see what it says. I spent the night at the Brina Cross Inn. I need to follow the Gold Road towards Kavach, and be wary of anyone along the road. And, by the way, it's the 29th of the last seed of the Third Era, the 433rd year of the Third Era, for anybody keeping track at home. And this is my friend Verdalvalu.
What do you want?
I want to know why you're following me.
Make it quick. Gracious, what a hero. That's
course I
pretty
am.
good. Not now. Oh, please. Good one.
I know I am, but what are you?
That not bad. Not bad at all. That gracious, what a hero. You're not bad. Not bad at all.
Uh-oh, my speechcraft improved.
That's amazing.
It sure is.
It's a good one. You're not bad. Not bad. You're good.
Please, I don't like men in my bedroom saying that I'm good. It leaves a wrong impression. Besides, I think we're different species. I'm not sure, because I don't know what species you are.
Watch for minotaurs in the forest. Aggressive beasts. They'll tear right through your armor, too.
Okay, well,
You too.
rattle and hum. How did he learn
Stock is
about
free. What do you want?
about the band U2? I mean, that's kind of a weird thing to have in Oblivion. Oh, I forgot to save. I should have saved it before I opened that door because it could have crashed it. Okay, we're going to go down the orange road now and try and find some oranges. I see someone on the road. I see someone else on the road. And you notice, by the way, I don't know how I'm going to fix this, but she has a bra on afterwards and doesn't have a bra on before the fight. That's a problem, and I don't know how to blur. So I'm going to go back to Anvil and hopefully remember that I have to blur that particular body part. Oy vey. And I don't know how to blur body parts. This Anvil recommendation is more trouble than it's worth. I wonder if YouTube would notice if I just left it in. I mean, I'm not going to do that, but now I'm going to have to... I can't post this when I want to because I have to learn how to do blurs when, you know, I intentionally didn't have any nakedity in this. You know, I didn't put any adult mods in here or anything like that, and still, you know, a stray female boob pops out, and you know, the world is so afraid of women and their breasts that now I have to, you know. And by the way, even just saying a woman and her breasts, they may take this whole video down for it. If they do, I guess I would cut out that whole scene and re-upload it without that scene. So I'd like go to, you know, a still shot or something and say, okay, what happened was I went up the hill and this woman came out and she wasn't properly dressed, and so I killed her. I didn't kill her because she was improperly dressed. I killed her because she was the mage we were talking about, and I can't show you that scene because the people at YouTube are squeamish about women's bodies. So I hope it doesn't come to that. I will try to find out how to blur. And as you saw, the piece wasn't very long. Okay, no jokes there, people. Let's be adult about this. Like and subscribe. Oh, you know, now that would be funny. If I can find a sticker that I could place over that part of the video that says like and subscribe, that would almost make it worth it.
Ah, an excellent read. Though it's been a while since I've read it myself. Let me know how you like it.
Okay, I saved it because I don't know whether we'll be able to get through this door to Anvil. How do I do what?
Runs quite a boarding house. I understand all of the sailors leave very satisfied.
Yeah, we don't need more adult material here. If liberty means anything, okay, we don't know what liberty means now because we got through that too fast. That would be funny, by the way, if it would almost be worth it if I could find a sticker I could paste in the I'm going in the wrong direction, by the way. If I could find a sticker I could place in over the offending body part that said like and subscribe, that would fit my twisted sense of humor. Because obviously if it was just up to me, I would just leave the boob in there. It wasn't explicit. It wasn't for sexual purposes or anything. And I didn't put it in there.
We have no emperor and no heir.
And no murder.
Never happened before.
Never?
I suppose we should all be worried.
I just don't think about it. The Elder Council will take care of things, sooner or later.
Well, I hope they can take care of how to blur, body
U2.
parts. Rattle and Hum. See, Rattle and Hum was the name of a U2 album. This is funny stuff.
So, what of the rogue mage? Has he been found?
Well, it's a chick, and it turns out I'm going to have to put a blob over a certain part of her body. It's going to take me hours to learn how to do this and then to apply it and everything. It's going to be a whole big deal that I wasn't anticipating. I didn't put any nude body parts into this build of Oblivion, and so now, people are going to think it's an adult game, and I don't remember what the rating was. It might have had an M17 rating or something like that, but the Oblivion I played in 2006, are you writing this all down? The Oblivion I played in 2006 didn't have any nudity in it at all, and I didn't add any nudity to it, but some mod must have or something. Are you writing this down? Because you asked about it, and now it sounds like you don't really care. She didn't even talk to me.
So, what of the rogue mage? Has he been found?
Okay, I just told you about it. Remember, I have to blur a boob. Remember any of this? Ring a bell?
A she, you say?
Yeah.
And she's dead.
Yeah, because a guy's boob I wouldn't have to
Well,
blur.
Ariel and Roliand did what needed to be done. No more innocent deaths. At least for now. You have done well enough for yourself. I'll pass along my recommendation to Ramus. Though I must say I doubt it will do you much good in the end. You'd be surprised how easily they forget about the little people.
You could say that after you sent me to die? First of all, you pretend to be innocent. You talk about us as the innocent people. You sent me to get killed fatally. You call yourself innocent. And then you call yourself the little people. Well, you're big enough to order people's deaths. Or to order newbies sent to their death. You realize I'm just a level 1? Just a level 1. You would send a level 1 Dunmer to his death. And I had to see a girl's boobie. That was very shocking to me. And now, I've got to learn how to blur that out. How to pretend there was no boobie. Be like a Jedi mind trick. These are not the boobies you're looking for. I'm not looking for any boobies. This is all your fault. You got any rumors for me?
Not only has necromancy been banned from practice in the Mages Guild, but the guild won't deal with anyone who openly uses it.
I'm so glad you told me that.
Let's see if we can't teach you a thing or two.
I don't think you can teach me a thing or two. For one thing, your first lesson costs 100 gold, and I have 101 gold. Doesn't seem like that would leave me with a lot of money. I'm no math whiz or anything, but it doesn't seem like I'd have a lot left.
You too.
Rattle and hum. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna beg you to subscribe, like and subscribe, even though I have to cover up the boobie. If it was me, I wouldn't cover up the boobie. I'm not a pervert or anything like that. It's just, something natural. I did not put it in the game. Something else did. And I think it's ridiculous how we think about these things, how we censor these things, how we're afraid of these things, how we want to make sure nobody sees these things. Let's face it, this is a fake one on a fake person in a video game. On a person that's not even playing a human. I think she was playing a wood elf or something like that. Some other... But anyway, it doesn't matter. Now I got to do all of this work to wipe out the boobie. And I'm not doing it to keep you from the joy of boobies. I'm doing it so that the video will be okay for YouTube. And they'll probably find some other fault with it so that they won't accept it even after I fix that. But who knows? I hope I'm wrong. Like and subscribe. Even if you like boobies, like and subscribe. This was not my... Hey, I'm talking to the people.
I have heard that the great houses of Morrowind are in upheaval. Indoril is in ruins, and Redoran is besieged by the Lords of Skyrim.
Could you guys just shut up so I could talk to my people? I'm trying to beg them to like and subscribe, okay?
Take care.
Anyway, so whether you like boobies or not, like and subscribe. We'll have another chapter out after I fix this idiot one.
Of course.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Who cares?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Good. Nothing I'd like to hear about.
Hello, Evoker. Good morning. I heard that Velwyn Veneris is trying to sell off Veneris Manor. Hopefully the new owners will clean that eyesore up. What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Who cares?
They say Syndic...